My grandfather had a dream that his 4 little children will not be judged by the color of their skin, but by the content of their character.
As much as we attempt to uphold Dr. King's dream, it's clear that little black boys and little black girls are indeed judged by the color of their skin and are not shown the same humanity of their Caucasian brethren. Welcome to Judge of Characters, where Black Lives Matter.
I am here today to acknowledge and represent the African American girls whose stories don't make the front page of every national newspaper, whose stories don't lead on the evening news.
Before the world met 11-year-old Naomi Wadler, we knew something we weren't willing to admit. Black lives don't matter. The tragic mass shooting that took place on February 14, 2018 at Marjory Stoneman Douglas High School in Parkland, Florida, rocked this country to its core. And with good reason. The Parkland shooting claimed 17 lives. The shooting sparked national outrage and protest, and now we have March for Our Lives. When the face of the movement is white, it's painfully obvious how much easier it is to support it. Yeah, people of color have wholeheartedly joined the March for Our Lives movement, but we're stuck on knowing that Black lives still don't matter to most.
What they will not do is ignore Black voices. Number 2, what they will make sure to do is include our agenda in the agenda for gun prevention reform. When we talk about legislative issues and solutions for gun violence, it has to include the intersections of Black violence.
The beautiful thing is that so many of the Parkland teens see that double standard and use their privilege to call it out. I didn't think Florida had it like this.
Look at affluent public schools giving good educations. Who knew?
We openly recognize that we are privileged individuals and would not have received as much attention if we weren't for the affluence of our city.
Let's look at the tweets. I think the kids who organized and led the march did a great job. I think the media has a lot to learn, as do many who attend marches inconsistently. For Parkland kids, they don't know, but not for Black and brown kids, they don't know. But of course, some people still think Black Lives Matter is a terrorist group. At NRA, how does it feel to be a terrorist organization? Why don't you ask Black Lives Matter and Antifa? Since they're both listed as terrorist organizations, and not the NRA, by the way, let me know when the NRA kills someone. You're really gonna pull the race card when these kids have started a movement to help all Americans affected by gun violence? Know when to pull the card and when to shut up, and be thankful something is being done to make your child's future safer. Let's be real. White parents are afraid because their children are being shot in schools. But what about the Black parents whose children are being gunned down in church, in parks, in the middle of the street, or in their own backyards? How are we supposed to feel when we face constant death at the hands of police, which is still gun violence, and there's no consequences for the shooter? Are we supposed to believe that our lives matter? America is guilty of allowing more rights for guns than for people, especially when those people are of color. Did you know that in some states, it's easier to get an assault rifle than it is to get a divorce or adopt a pet? Yeah, this is America. I sentence this country's deepest, darkest, and most racist corners to see children and people of color in the way that Naomi Wadler does, as human beings.
I represent the African American women who are victims of gun violence, who are simply statistics instead of vibrant, beautiful girls that full of potential.
What's up? I'm PJ with The Root. We want to bring you more series and videos like this, and we need your help. Let us know what you thought below and subscribe to our channel on YouTube.